Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain you about angiospermy, types of life cycles of plants. Angiosperms. Unlike the gymnosperms where the ovules are nacked, in the angiosperms or flowering plants, the pollen grains and ovules are developed in specialized structures called flowers. In angiosperms, the seeds are enclosed in fruits. The angiosperms are an exceptionally large group of plants occurring in wide range of habitats. They range in size from the smallest wolfia to tall trees of eucalyptus, over 100 meters. They provide us with food, fodder, fuel, medicines, and several other commercial important products. Angiosperms are divided into two classes. The very first one, the dicotyledonous plants. The second one, the monocotyledonous plants. The dicotyledonous plants. The dicotyledons are characterized by seeds having two cotyledons, reticulate venation in leaves, and tetramerous or pentamerous flowers. The monocotyledons. The monocotyledons are characterized by single cotyledonous seeds, shows parallel venation in leaves and trimerous flowers. The male sex organ in flower is the stamen. Each stamen consists of a slender filament with an anther at the tip. Within the anthers, the pollen mother cell divided by meiosis to produce microspores, which matures into pollen grains. The female sex organ in a flower is the pistil. Pistil consists of a swollen ovary at its base, a long slender style and stigma. Inside the ovary, ovules are present. Generally, each ovule has a megaspore mother cell that undergoes meiosis to form 4 haploid megaspores. 3 of them degenerate and 1 divided to form embryo sac. Each embryo sac has a 3-celled egg apparatus, 1 egg cell, 2 synergids, 3 antipodal cells, and 2 polar nuclei. Polar nuclei to produce diploid secondary nucleus. Pollen grain, after dispersal from anther, are carried by wind or various other agencies to the stigma of a pistil called pollination. Pollen grains germinate on the stigma and resulting pollen tubes grow through the tissue of stigma, style, and reach to the ovule. The pollen tubes enter the embryo sac where 2 male gametes are discharged. One of the male gametes fuses with egg cell, which is called syngamy, to form a diploid zygote. The other male gamete fuses with the diploid secondary nucleus to produce the triploid primary endospermic nucleus, PEN. Because of the occurrence of 2 fusions, which means syngamy and triple fusion, this event is termed as double fertilization, an event unique to angiosperms. The zygote develops into embryo with 1 or 2 cotyledons, and the pen develops into endosperm, which provides nourishment to the developing embryo. The synergids and antipodals degenerate after fertilization. During these events, the ovules develops into seeds and the ovaries develops into fruit. Plant life cycles and alternation of generations. In plants, both haploid and diploid cells can divide by mitosis. This ability leads to the formation of different plant bodies which may be haploid and diploid. The haploid plant body produces gametes by mitosis. The plant body represents a gametophyte. Following fertilization, the zygote also divides by mitosis to produce a diploid sporophytic plant. Haploid spores are produced by this plant body by meiosis. These in turn divided by mitosis to form a haploid plant body once again. Thus, during the life cycle of any sexually reproducing plant, there is an alternation of generations between gamete producing haploid gametophyte and spore producing diploid sporophyte. However, different plant groups as well as individuals representing them differ in the following patterns, like 1 haplontic life cycle, 2 diplontic life cycle, 3 haplodiplontic life cycle. Up to here, the angiospermy was completed. In next video class, I will explain you about the haplontic life cycle, diplontic life cycle and haplodiplontic life cycle in detail.